The quick thaw and deep freeze that are coming our way, they're both elements. It could be a recipe for disaster, especially if you're out walking, because many slips and falls happen, of course, at this time of the year. Would you know what to do if it happened to you? Let's find out how we can help you. Personal injury lawyer Brenda Hollingsworth from Auger Hollingsworth joining us now. Good morning, good to see you.
Good morning, nice to see you too.
This goes beyond just broken bones, right?
Oh yeah, I mean, broken bones are the most common thing we see on slip and fall accidents on ice, but head injuries are a close second, and they can obviously be very serious. If somebody's feet go out from under them and their head goes back, it can be really catastrophic.
You put together a list for us. Let's go through them. First and foremost, be aware of your surroundings when it happens.
That's right. So, months later, when you're trying to get compensation, trying to get answers, you're going to be asked, how did you fall? So you want to know, if you can, did you fall on ice? Did you fall on packed snow? Was there grit? Was there sand? What was it that you fell on? You're going to need to know that.
You also say preserve your shoes or boots.
Yes. So one of the things when you're making a claim for slip and fall, you have to show that you were reasonable in the circumstances. So stilettos in January are probably going to be a problem. But if you had winter boots, even if you had running shoes, make sure you save them, and we'll use them to show the other side that you were acting reasonably.
So the onus is on you to prove it, because the stilettos won't hold up in court of law. Let's face it.
Well, it'll be difficult.
It would be. Hey, get photos. I mean, that's 101, but when you're, kind of in shock, you may forget that.
That's it. So try to remember, if you've got your phone, snap a photo. If you can't, it does make sense to go back. Go back to the scene and take a picture the next day. If that's the best you can do, that's certainly better than not having pictures at all. And also figure out exactly where you did fall. And if it was inside, same thing. Where did you fall inside and what did you fall on?
And you want to act fast, right? There's a deadline.
Yes, so if you fall on municipal property, like a city sidewalk, and this isn't just for Ottawa, but all municipalities in Ontario, you have 10 days to tell the city that you fell. So that's on the website. There's a file a claim on their website, or you can call our office and we'll help you do it. On private property, there's a new law that came into effect at the beginning of December. It isn't proclaimed yet, but it will be very soon. And you have 60 days to tell the owner of the property or whoever's occupying the property that you fell and that you're injured. So that's a new law. It's going to catch a lot of people by surprise. 60 days.
Does it matter how you tell them? Does it have to be registered letter or?
It's supposed to be registered letter or personal service. So you can hire someone to go and deliver it. You can deliver it yourself, or you can send it by registered mail.
What determines compensation once you get to court?
Yeah, it's really the nature of your injury and how it's affected your life. So, if you have a wrist fracture, which is very common, 6 weeks in a cast, you will get something most likely if the road wasn't properly maintained, but it would be much less than, say, you have a head injury, brain injury that keeps you out of the workforce for months or even permanently. We've seen that.
If I don't shovel my walkway and my neighbor slips, can they sue me?
They can. Under your homeowner's liability policy, that's what would respond. And if you don't have enough insurance, make sure you check that. Same if you're a tenant. If you're responsible for clearing the snow, make sure you have tenant insurance. Because even if you do it, but you don't do it properly, or you should have gravel and you don't, or you should have salt and you don't, you could be responsible. We have a number of cases that are on people's private property.
Are there frivolous lawsuits? What I mean by that is if you slip and fall and you're okay and you still go to court, would you be thrown out, or would there be some negligence proven on the part of the person who didn't shovel?
So negligence doesn't matter unless there's also an injury. So the fact that you fell and it embarrassed you or something, you're not going to get compensation for that. There has to be an actual injury that warrants damages. But $35,000 is the limit for small claims court. There are a lot of slip and fall injuries that can be processed through small claims court, and that's something people can do on their own.
Is it
like a simple wrist fracture? You could potentially do that in small claims.
And can you often get a settlement without even going to court?
Oh, yes. Probably 99% of these cases settle out of court with a lawyer or without.
So the takeaway is if it happens to you, document it, or if you
Yes.
don't shovel your driveway, be careful, you should be, or your walkway, because it could happen to you.
That's it,
On the
and
other
watch
side.
the notice periods.
Perfect. Brenda Hollingsworth, personal injury lawyer, Auger Hollingsworth. Always great to get some advice for you. Happy holidays.
Thanks so much. You too.